Victoria started to become a little more dominant in a physical way, because she would initiate these little play fights that would damn near lay me on the ground, because it got to the point where I got irritated and said, fuck it, I'll just go along with it. So we took this whole thing to her bedroom, and that's where things started to get a little saucy, because it went from a casual play fight to a mellow chat, then straight to a full-on clapping session. Y'all remember that story time of my teacher cock-blocking me, right? Well, this situation is worse than that one. So sit back, grab your glass of lemonade, and listen to me slowly getting consumed by rage. So this story took place way back last year, roughly after I turned 19 or so. Y'all already know what I'm up to. Easy late night workouts, using my devious wits to keep my money up, and not to mention... No, who am I fucking kidding? I was enjoying a succulent slumber in the middle of the day, until once again, that good old notification woke me up. Now for those that watch my previous story time, you guys might be wondering yourself why I leave my phone on. Simple. Someone could easily call me for something urgent, and I'd hate to ruin it because I decided to have a wet dream. It happened before, and it still happens now. But keep this information at the back of your head. Anywho, there was this one girl I knew for a great majority of my childhood, until this day. For this video, we'll call her... Victoria. Shorty was... Scratch that. I can't even call her short. This woman is 6'1". I can't even make this up. Compared to me, she's a titan. But anyway, she was tall, freckled, weird and freaky in more ways than one, a hint of crazy, and a little dead inside. Just my type. Throughout the years, we've been the best damn duo you've ever seen. Salt and Pepper, Deku and Uraraka, Kaoru and Flare didn't have shit on us. We were the ultimate duo that was inseparable and unstoppable. Until later that day. She pretty much hits me up to ask if we were down to do a little binge session later at her crib, and since I had nothing better to do, cause I'm a fucking loser, I said sure. We both got excited about the shit that we were gonna do, and then she told me she'll call me back and let me know when she's ready. So with that being said, that left me with nothing to do except hit up my boy Max to play that good old underclock. Now who's Max, you may ask? A well-trusted friend, or so I thought, that I knew for a great majority of my childhood as well. Roughly around the same length that I'd known Victoria for. Not only that, but he's our antagonist for this story. Anywho, I got no answer. And that was strike one. A couple hours have passed and I got a call from Batman saying, it's time. So with that, I packed up and left the crib at the speed of sound. Now on my way there, I texted Max to ask him if he was down to play some underclock when I get back home. He's usually the type to text you back within at least an hour or so. But here's the thing, he left me undelivered for more than that. Didn't really strike me as odd, because I assumed he was doing something more important. Anywho, when I got there, her mom opened the door for me and she just told me to go right to her room. On my way there, my heart was racing from the kind of adventures that was awaiting for me behind that door. Until I actually opened in and saw her passed out on her bed. Sick. But to pass the time, I got the night started myself by robbing her fridge and making myself comfy on the couch. And I'm gonna say this now because I know she'll be watching the video. Those Eggo waffles were fucking hidden. Moving on. Hours later, Victoria woke up with me right by her side. Alright, I need to stop. I just needed a good laugh for myself. But she did wake up though. Only to walk outside and find me passed out in the living room though. But in my defense, I traveled for more than 30 minutes in the middle of the night for almost nothing. I deserved that nap, and I deserved those Eggos too. Also, if shit went south, then I would need the energy to get the fuck out of there. Anywho, she booted up that good old Crunchyroll, and then she demanded my tired ass to get us Uber Eats. And let me tell you this, that fucking order was over $60 and I only got $10 worth of it. Imagine that! But anywho, as we were waiting for the food, I explicitly remember checking some messages I missed while I was asleep, and saw that Max still left me undelivered. Didn't really strike me as odd because I thought he was asleep, but let this be strike two. Now at this point, it's roughly like 12 AM or so. Victoria's mom left the house because she works night shifts, so now it's just Victoria and I alone in the house. Now if I remember correctly, Victoria started to become a little more dominant. In a physical way, because she would initiate these little play fights that would damn near lay me on the ground, because it got to the point where I got irritated and said, fuck it, I'll just go along with it. So we took this whole thing to her bedroom, and that's where things started to get a little saucy. Because it went from a casual play fight to a mellow chat, then straight to a full-on clapping session. We're talking bed-shaking, dirty talking, cheek grasping, doony demolition here. The battle between me and the Grip Reaper was in full swing and I wanted all of it. Sweet Mother Mary, please take me back to this wondrous moment. Until my phone buzzed. at 2 a.m. It was none other than our antagonist for this story, Max. Now, in the heat of the moment, I wanted to ignore it, but since Victoria noticed it as well, she enforced me to go answer it in case if it was an emergency. So, I did just that to get it over with, and then go back to our elite cardio session. But here's the problem. Not only did I stop for her sake, this nigga didn't answer the goddamn phone when I called him back. The fucking audacity in this man! Big waste of time, I know. But look on the bright side. At least I got back to what I was doing before, right? Nope! She said at that point she wasn't really in the mood anymore, and decided it would be wise to get some sleep. I pretty much agreed in the most monotone voice I had, but deep down, I wanted to deck something. And that something was Max. Anywho, I got back to my house in the morning and checked to see if I missed any messages. And once again, I saw that Max still left me undelivered. So, I decided to call him. And not gonna lie, I was a tad worried. Maybe he did call me for something urgent, but I refused to answer because the 1-Inch Wonder and Grip Reaper collab was flawless. That was until I heard his reason. I shit you not. He said, "Ah man, just wanted to see how you were doing. You didn't answer, so I went right to bed." And that was strike 3. Moral of the story, off your friends before they could pull this shit on you. Oh, you already know what time it is. That's right, my little rants. But don't worry, I'm not gonna bore you for long. I honestly just want to ask everybody's opinion on this video, because in my last little rant I said I want to improve the style of these story times, whether it be the art style or just involve more movements, and trying to stay consistent with it without making it look goofy. Although it was tricky as a bitch to pull off, and not to mention learning the basics of the new software I was using for this video, doing all of this was pretty fun. Actually, who am I fucking kidding? It was agonizing. There were like a couple times where I just wanted to throw my tablet out the window. And I'm not even alone on this boat. The guest star herself tried drawing one of these clips because I got tired. And I'll admit, she did a damn good job trying to recreate my style, even though she missed out on a couple details. But either way, we were both ready to break something. Now would I do this again? Of course, because I love you guys. And now we circle back to my original question. What did you guys think of the video? Because if you enjoyed it, then make sure to like and comment your opinion about it. Also, don't hesitate to comment some storytime ideas. Remember, I love telling you guys about my downfalls. Anyway, that's enough out of me for today. And with that being said, enjoy some of this Overwatch commentary while I go make some waffles. Laters.
Thank you. I fucking love this bitch.
No, and don't call her a bitch then.
Why?
Well, it's so funny. It's
Well, I
I can't explain it, but it just doesn't correlate. I can't explain it, it just doesn't correlate. Oh, I love this bitch. Just like that makes any sense.